You know, as much as we can compare about how wavy Gen 1's designs are and somewhat Gen 2 and Gen 3, we gotta talk about the more recent generations, okay? We'll be starting with Gen 5 and some of its wavy Pokemon. I know I'm not gonna bring up, I'm not gonna bring up the ice cream Pokemon, okay? I don't hate the ice cream Pokemon or the garbage Pokemon. I think those are actual original ideas, okay? But we're looking at Pokemon Black and White here. Here. Always look at the if this were world. This is on Slurpee. Well, okay. Okay, so we have Pokemon Black and White. Pokédex. Oh, yeah, we have Black and White. But Pokédex will include, so we'll be starting with Gen 5, but if you really want me to do below Gen 4, Bulbapedia has much better list of this. Pokemon by National Dex number. And no, we won't be going over how I and Pokemon by National Dex number. Okay, by Bulbapedia. Um, Much more easier. Now we'll be getting into the start of the video. So, Pokemon Gen 5. Lazy Pokemon and Gen 5 to Gen 8. And no, I'm not Gen 1, because I agree, Electrode is a pretty lazy designed Pokemon. The first Pokemon is Patrat and Warthog. Does anyone like these Pokemon? Really? Patrat and Warthog are pretty boring Pokemon. They're just more early rodent Pokemon. The only unique thing they have is their eyes, and it resembles a Chickmunk. Um, and Warthog is the most infuriating Pokemon to battle in Gen 5. The next Pokemon is a trio, the Elemental Monkeys. Okay, I think these Pokemon were added as filler. Okay, they said, oh, there's a wacky amount of water, fire, and grass types, so let's add these Pokemon and give them terrible stats. Yeah, what's a good idea? These Pokemon that no one likes. Okay, nobody. I actually don't hate all the monkeys. Okay, the force forms are the Pansage is kind of cute, and Simisage is kind of cool. But Pansear is okay. No, and Simisear is ugh, and Panpour and Simipour ugh. Next is no, I'm not gonna go over why I don't like Wagon War. I hate Wagon War for other reasons that I don't want to talk about. No, Conqueror is actually a pretty original idea. Next is Rubat and Zubat. Okay, we don't. Okay, so Zubat is not available in Zen 5. Okay. Let's make a psychic type version of Zubat and Rubat and give them hot noses. Oh yes, that should be a Pokemon. Good idea. No one likes these things. Moving on. Next Pokemon is Basculin. As I got the creator of the games, the designer of Basculin actually admitted he actually made all the Pokemon basically. Kensuke Moy said that he didn't there wasn't enough water types, so he had to make Basculin. A Pokemon that just completely sucks. It has no evolution. It is basically just Pokédex filler. Okay, that's all this Pokemon really is. Moactus is not really a lazy design. Most people will say Moactus is lazy, but the other cactus Pokemon, Moactus is actually inspired by cactus in like Mexico and Mexican culture, so it's not really a lazy Pokemon. Okay, so next Pokemon is okay. I hate Zinks and I hate these Pokemon. It's a Garfield line. Okay. They had to make their own version of Zinks. Okay. So we need to have a Pokemon that's really creepy like Zinks. Okay, Pokemon that's not as creepy. Okay, there won't be any controversy, but we're gonna make it just as creepy. Okay, Pokemon based off Parasite that nobody wants to you know no one goths and oh yeah, let's make three Pokemon based off them. No, the rest like Zinks, they're creepy. Moving on. The next Pokemon is Amoga. Okay, we have Pikachu. That's enough. Okay, I get and actually I don't really hate Amoga as many other people, but I can agree Amoga is a pretty lazy Pokemon. But this actually goes for every Pikachu clone. The Dene is even worse in this example. We'll be going over the Dene later. Fungus and Amoongus are actually not lazy Pokemon, as the only previous mushroom Pokemon was Paras and Parasect, which is a parasite. We haven't had a actual fungus Pokemon before. An actual mushroom Pokemon. That's actually a mushroom, not mushrooms on another bug. Okay? And Bungus and Amoongus are actually pretty original Pokemon as we didn't really have actual mushroom. Oh yeah, we did have Breloom and Swimmers, but it didn't really resemble mushrooms, okay? Yeah, someone was going to bring up Swimmers and Breloom. The Swimmers and Breloom do not look do have mushroom resemblances, but they're also pretty unique as well. But Bungus and Amoongus actually are the first Pokemon to actually look like mushrooms, so they get a pass by me. Next Pokemon, More. I hate this thing. I don't hate this thing as but okay, I don't really hate More. More sort of been an evolution of Love-Disc. It's sort of been. Very lazy Pokemon, doesn't get my pass of approval. Moving on. Next is these things. Okay, I hated this thing ever since someone told me this of all Pokemon, Charizard, Haxorus, Mewtwo, Pikachu, and every other Pokemon, okay, even other Gen 5 Pokemon are way better than freaking Quang. It's just 2 gears, 3 gears, 4 gears, okay? It's just like Magnemite all over again. Oh yeah, let's say, oh, what a great evolution we have. Let's just add a gear, another gear. And same thing with ain't what? Okay, so we don't have Magnemite and Gen 5. So let's make a new Magnemite, that's with gears. That's original idea, okay? Make a Game Freak could have made such an insane Pokemon of gears. He could have made it evolve into like something that actually was like a machine or something. Nope, it's just a bunch of gears or something. Wasted potential here. The next Pokemon on this list that I know I'm going to mention this Pokemon before the next Pokemon is Stunfisk. Stunfisk is one of the most creative Pokemons of all time. It is based off the Flapvis, which Flapvis actually exists in real life, like Flounders exist in real life. I think Stunfisk is based off those of Flounders, which do exist in real life, and the Flapvis like Stunfisk. Stunfisk is not a lazy design, okay? It's not. Next Pokemon is. Wait, there's no more? Uh, that's it for Gen 5? Gen 6. So the first lazy Pokemon is. Actually, the only Pokemon that can be considered lazy by today's standards is Scatterbug, Spewpa, and Pavilion. They realized that, we had to bring back the really weak bug type Pokemon in that evolve that have the two really weak two states bug type Pokemon like Wurmple and Weedle and Caterpie. Do we really need another very weak bug type Pokemon that has two evolutions and are basically frail in the late game? Okay, Vigapult is a much better idea with these early type bug Pokemons because at least Scatterbug evolves into something good and something way better. Okay, which which Yeah, Scatterbug, you're lazy. No, it's Grubbin that's the evolves in Vigavolt, not Scatterbug. I actually forgot the first evolution's name. I'm sorry. So the Grubbin line is much more original than Scatterbug. Okay, Scatterbug is a pretty boring Pokemon, and Grubbin evolves into Vigavolt. So and Vigavolt's actually pretty decent. So yeah, Scatterbug, you're not a weak bug type Pokemon. You're unoriginal. Moving on. Next Pokemon, I don't like these Pokemon are original, but I just hate these things. Splitsy, Aromatease, Slurgs, and Slurpuff. These are representatives of the fairy type, a new type. So if you want to introduce a new type, you'd want all your Pokemon to be good. Okay, at least have good designs. Aromatease and Slurpuff are just ugh. I hate both of them. especially Aromatisse. Aromatisse is freaking creepy. Next is there isn't really much on original Pokemon. Oh yes, the Dene. This thing exists. The Dene is one of the most unoriginal Pokemon in all of existence. It's another Pikachu clone. It's not like we already had four of those already. Amoga at least was different. Pachirisu at least was different, and Pulsar Mine at least had a double gimmick. The Dene is just a electric fairy type Pikachu. That's all it is. Next is Carbink. Why is Carbink crazy? It's literally just okay. Carbink's not really that lazy. Okay, at least it's trying to do something different with its fairy type, and that's not really, and there's really nothing else. Oh yeah, Carbink sort of looks like it's sort of evolved into Diancie. That's all I have to mention. Gen 7. So Gen 7, okay, so the starters I'm not really gonna go over. Popular was kind of lazy because we already had sealed Pokemon in the past with, but it's a starter. So you could say that WoW it's unoriginal because we had owl Pokemon in the past, and Witten's unoriginal because we had cat Pokemon in the past. So the stars of course get a pass. Pack evolves into a toucan with toucans, and it's pretty unique actually. Okay, what separates an original Pokemon from an unoriginal Pokemon is you have to put a new spin on a certain type of animals, and there's of course many species out there. The first unoriginal Pokemon is Wishy-Washy. It does have a pretty unique ability, but I'm just going to say Wishy-Washy sucks and you should never use it. It's basically like Magikarp, but even worse. It does have a better moveset than Magikarp, but it has way worse stats. It does have its schooling ability, and it doesn't really last that long as well. And Wishy-Washy soul form is no. No for me. The next Pokemon on this list is Bonsweet. While I was disappointed when they revealed this Pokemon, a lot of Gen 7 Pokemon were actually pretty unique like Gen 6. But Bonsweet, no. I don't like this thing at all. Bonsweet is just a generic fruit with eyes. There's another Pokemon that did exactly that. Sun 4. So it's basically the Sun 4 of Gen 7. It's just Sun 4 is just a sunflower with eyes. There's really nothing, special about it. At least Dumbfluff did something new. You know, People always compare inanimate object Pokemon, but they never complain about Bonsly being just a fruit with eyes, which is really what it is. Next Pokemon, okay. No, Togedemaru, we'll be talking about Togedemaru way as well. Togedemaru isn't really that lazy. It's electric steel type, and it's really but it's still not a Pikachu clone. So yes, you're lazy, Togedemaru. Can we please stop with the Pikachu clone Pokemon? You know what? Even though Boxus is actually an original design, I'm just going to tell you, Boxus is ugly. Moving on. Next Pokemon. You know what? People get pissed off every time I mention this Pokemon being a lazy design. That is, of course, Meltan. What's so bad about Meltan? Well, I'll tell you why Meltan is lazy, okay? I'll tell you why, okay? So you take a Ditto, okay? You move its face, you had a hex nut on it, you had a hex on it, a screw on it, and you give it a eye. Yeah. That's literally design of Meltan. And you're telling me that this is the chief of creativity of Pokemon. We evolved from all these great and creative designs of Gen 7, Gen 6, and Gen 6 to a blob with a hex thing on it, okay? People always say Gen 5 has the worst designs, but then we have Meltan that exists. At least Meltan does not really infuriate. And actually, Gen 5 has a lot of great, and well thought out designed Pokemon. There are lots of pretty bad Gen 5 Pokemon, but it's really the ones that everybody doesn't like. Like, the semis. Woobat, your typical, Pokemon. Quang was just a bunch of gears, Magnemite 2.0, basically. Magnemite was already a pretty lazy Pokemon to begin with. You know, Quang is basically just gears, okay? It's just freaking gears. But a lot of the Gen 5 Pokemon are really well thought out. Like, Sandile being a desert crocodile, Dalmaka, Drebel, and even Unfezant is more original than it's not really that bad of a design. Some people actually hate Unfezant, actually. I actually don't hate Unfezant. And Substriker, who hates Substriker? Substriker is one of the coolest Pokemon they introduced in Gen 5. And Rock'n'Roller, I don't like it for other reasons. Okay? But you can watch in the Pokemon that I don't like list. But now we're going over Galao. So we have to go back to Celebi to really go over this. To go over Galao Dex. Oh yeah, you forgot you forgot the Aurora forms. You did. Oh, we have to talk about the Aurora forms. Okay, we'll talk about the Aurora forms. So Aurora forms are regional variants of a new type of Pokemon introduced in Gen 7. And there's only one Pokemon we're going to talk about. Doug Trio. Okay, you just give Doug Trio hell, and that's it! Good job! You gave Doug Trio hell. Such a great design. No, it isn't. It isn't, Digger at least is cute with that small piece of hair. But Doug Trio, Doug Trio, you suck. And it's already a pretty lazy design where it's just three Digger together, okay? Which we'll go over the other generation Pokemon if this gets enough views. Because I will go roast all four of the previous gens, especially you, Gen 1, in your heap of lazy designs. Okay? Yeah, Voltorb, Electrodes, Ekans, Doug Trio, Magneton, and the list goes on, okay? Now let's go over the most controversial Pokemon generation, and Sealed. What do I think? What do I think are the laziest designs in Pokemon Sword and Shield? So we'll be looking at Pokemon by design. None of the stars are particularly lazy. Star and Sabo is actually not a ripoff of Mudkip. He isn't. Hopefully, Scorbunny will probably be lazy because it's a firefighting type as well as it was Double Kick, whereas its proof will be a fighting type. Woru is not lazy. Gossifil is kind of a neutral opinion Pokemon. I was like, oh. And this Pokemon is another cotton Pokemon. It's a third cotton Pokemon already. So we have Jumpluff, Cotton Ewine, and now Eldegoss as another cotton Pokemon. There's other plants other than cotton, okay? So right now, it's a pretty dope turtle Pokemon, Corviknight. Okay, Corviknight's not lazy. Unless you're a Skarmory fan, unless you're a complete, saying, oh, it's a rip-off of Skarmory because it's typing. Nah. Fourth Pokemon is Alakazam, okay? I actually like, most of the inanimate Pokemon. Most of them. There is Quang, and now we have Alakazam, okay? So we're gonna make a whipped cream Pokemon. Oh yeah, you know what? Let's turn it into an anime girl. Oh yeah, that would make all the furries happy. Yeah, I don't like this thing because it looks like an anime girl. Yes, I think Pokemon. They really had to humanize. Whipped cream here is now a human, say Pokemon. Okay. Well, I've probably gone from the foul of days of, Oromates being the most lazy Pokemon in the entire history of existence, okay? Or, especially, so Alakazam fits in the same bag as, Swirlix, which is basically Swirlpuff, which is basically another humanoid, Pokemon based off food, okay? If I want Pokemon based off food, why don't you actually make an actual, whipped cream with eyes? Actually, that'll be just as bad. I don't like this thing anyway. Roly is kind of like Geodude. At least it's better than Rock'n'Roller. At least you get that past. Dorodon, he's okay. Obstagoon, Some people hate him, some people like him. I'm in the like category. More Pico, another Pikachu clone. Yep, you're going in the bag of all the other Pikachu clones. Yeah, you're going with, all the Pikachu clones that, are going to become unused at the end of the game. Because, they have to make another Pikachu clone. At least they gave it forms now. Cormorant is actually a pretty interesting Pokemon as it able to get fists and stuff. Poltergeist, pretty funny name. Surfest, how dare you quit? I mean, we're not criticizing Surfest. We're not criticizing Surfest at all. Surfest is like one of the best Pokemon, Game Freak has ever introduced in the longest of times. Okay, an evolution of a Pokemon that deserved an evolution for the longest time. I'm actually in the opinion that Surfest is actually better than Grand Ponyta because Surfest is always a cool and unique Pokemon that always is underworked, and Ponyta is always a Pokemon that was always useful in playthroughs and really kind of didn't need another form. A could really made a new horse Pokemon instead of giving, Ponyta another form, and that's not even Fairy type either. I don't hate Grand Ponyta, but I think it also doesn't help my hatred towards My Little Pony as well, with it kind of I was like, oh look, it's My Little Pony. That's basically it, My Little Pony. Reason no forms, we'll be talking about those. Grand Pointer isn't too bad. I was complaining about it a tiny bit, but it really actually isn't that lazy. The form it looks like a fairy type, but really isn't a fairy type. Nope. Zigzagoon, it's like a crazy evolves of Zigzagoon and Wynoon, which fits into the theme of Obstagoon. So yes, these Pokemon are completely original forms of Wynoon and Zigzagoon, because it fits into the theme of the evolution line. Weezing, alone Weezing, he just looks ridiculous, okay? It's kind of like a Pokemon used in memes, okay? And now, we'll be going over other forms. You know what I'm talking about. Mega Evolutions. Oh yeah, I forgot three Pokemon. The Genies. Yeah, they're all the same. But the Genie, but if you got the Genie, okay, there are some Pokemon that you might think I have forgotten about, okay? First Pokemon I think I forgot about are the Genies. No, I don't think the Genies are actually lazy Pokemon, as what they're based off of is when it makes more sense that they work more the same what they're based off of. So the Genies are actually not pretty lazy Pokemon. They're actually pretty good considering what they're based off of. People who kind of look the same. But now we're looking at Mega Evolutions. Of course, Mega Evolutions was we're not done yet. We still have Mega Evolutions. So Mega Evolutions were introduced in Pokemon X and Y, and further expanded in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Now we're going over them. Yes, Mega Evolutions. So Mega Evolutions were introduced, of course. So we had Venusaur is actually a pretty great design. Oh, we'll also be going on Gigantamax as well. Thus we can whip on, lower the Meow form even more. Mega Charizard X is that so if a Mega Evolution is a less of an improvement over the actual design, actually it's only 1010. Oh, I didn't know that was that. Wait, Mega Blastoise, he's okay. Mega Alakazam, he's okay. Gang, most of these Mega Evolutions are actually improvements. Okay. But then we have Mega Manectric. Okay. People consider this Manectric is one of the coolest Pokemon in Zen 3, but they had to make Manectric look ridiculous in this Mega. Okay. And this Mega Gonsop. This get that thing out of my face. It's overall a worse looking Gonsop. You had to make Gonsop even look worse, okay? How do I use normal Gonsop than this form of Gonsop? Go get Flygon to Mega Evolution instead. And most of the Mega Evolutions don't really look that bad. Oh, except for Mega Obamas, no. But that's because I don't like the Pokemon to begin with, so. Now we're going over the last forms. Gigantamax. The new thing introduced in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Okay. And these will be the last Pokemon we'll be talking about. So Gigantamax Charizard is pretty cool, even though I think it's pretty lazy to give Charizard yet another form. Yeah, you get a pass. But even though I love how it would have been better if they gave, if they actually gave, um, what in Volcarona, a Gigantamax form. So of course he can reference Godzilla. Excuse me. Pikachu is really not that lazy as it's a callback to an old age. This thing. What is this? What is this? Why did you stretch out Meowth that long? I get it, it's based off a meme, but you didn't have to do this to Meowth. Eevee, it doesn't really change that much. Just Eevee, but more fluffier. That's it. And Alakreamy is just, I don't like Alakreamy to begin with, so we're not talking about it. And the rest are actually okay. So that's the laziest designs of Gens 5 to 8. Of course, once Sword and Shield comes out, and once every other Pokemon is revealed, we'll be talking about the rest of Pokemon's designs. Goodbye.